eventually forget anyway. So all things that have happened in the last 18 months, what brought when he was what he said and all is, the things that he has
That's all.
done
Yeah.
previously. So people will forget things, and then they will just, be looking at the immediate benefits that they will get, or hoping, like, hope, which I think
But
that's
you're
what
building
Nigeria is
false
built
hope
on.
on what?
Yes.
On almost nothing.
uh
They will leave
Yeah.
reality for fiction, make up
Yeah.
imagination, and they begin to believe that.
Yes.
It is
Yes.
what it is,
So,
man.
and yeah, and then they will continue, and they continue promoting it, even from the governor to the senator.
Uh-huh.
They will say, let's pray, let's pray, let's hope for this, let's hope for that, but without putting any work into it. And as I was talking with not long ago, about something that, look, in Africa generally, we need to create that sense of decency, like, when you promote uh, what we call you know uh,
Integrity or
decency,
something like that, right?
generally, patriotism. When we promote it from the very young age, that big patriotic, whatever it is that you have, nurture it, protect it, and then first appearance, first impression is always important. People doesn't look at, let's say, classrooms now. They see it as a normal thing for a classroom to be rough, not to be painted, and this, and in time, this has built up in children's mind that, a decent, well painted classroom is luxury. And then
Hmm.
they just you just realize that, yes, so that is, they have, so they built in that poor psychologically, they are poor, mentally poor.
Hmm.
They are not, they kind of live, everybody in Nigeria live in a, like, a primitive world of, imagination, kind of. Their world is not meant to be decent, right? And then, imagine learning in a class without ceiling, where a lizard can suddenly jump on you,
Uh-huh.
or where if there is a heavy wind, you can't just see the dust will just rise. Everybody will be full of dust everywhere, and all these things mounts up to become what our leaders are today, because this is what, how they grew up, and then they will ever have that innate, that has been built in them. So they expect that will, of course, they want they want it to repeat itself again, so they don't have
I'll show
the
you
mind
something
of
right
changing
now. Hold
things.
up, right? I want you to look at your
Yes.
screen. Okay. I'll show you something.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh,
This
yeah.
this was what a senator in Nigeria tweeted
Yeah.
yesterday. Okay. And he called it fully equipped intensive care unit. Can you see your screen now?
Yeah. Yeah.
See,
Hold on. Yeah.
ICU is where you are going to see all of the medical equipment like a defibrillator, the what do you call it, the monitoring machines and stuff like that. I don't know all these medical names for all these things, right?
Yeah.
But look at what a senator of Nigeria, a federal government project called Intensive Care Unit in Ogun State. Okay, see,
Hmm.
they put a used van, a used bus as ambulance.
Yeah.
Then they painted the
Yeah.
building like this one, somewhere in Ogun State. Then they printed his name on that van. It's a federal government project,
Yeah.
the constituency project. Now take a look at the ICU. This is the ICU, intensive care units. And
Hmm.
people were saying, yeah, Yayi, thank you so much. Benny Thierry, you are the best. CICU in Ogun State, my dear brother, sir. So they intentionally
Yeah.
promote mediocrity. And the
Yes.
people know nothing else anyway. So to them, can any senator that is suffering from heart attack or just involved in an accident, be taken to this place as an ICU, intensive care unit, any of them.
The senator himself will be saying, no, 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 don't take me there, don't take me there, take me to somewhere else, because in
tens of
between
millions of naira was allocated for this project. This is what they offer people. Continue.
Yeah, and then a good example is that senator that you know, the optics of photographs and videos showing that they've donated laptops to people, and then which at the end they now took it back from them. You know, they are treating people like nobody, like they don't have any say, like you know, you know, you're not important, you know. It's just, you know, so it's quite, you know, we can only talk about it, but the more I'm talking about it, I feel better, because I'm kind of reminding myself that these people are no good. They are the
so
traitors.
evil. And we also need to show to those who are defending them as well, to see what they are defending, to see what
they know deep
they
down.
are normalizing as well. Because sometimes
and then again,
they don't know.
Yes, they don't know exactly,
most of them will tell you that it's better than nothing. They will tell you and say, and if you come to this area for the past 40 years, they do not have any clinic. So this one that they gave them is still better. Another person can come and buy the machine, but they don't know. They don't know better. You see?
They don't know at all.
That's why we have to keep showing to them and say, well, you see what they are doing to you? It's to let you know how evil these guys are. How evil to you and even to themselves. Because listen, somebody who is a senator from a region, right? And you fail to actually build, even though you are given the money, not with your money, you are given the money, or you stole the money. So you fail to build a dependable or reliable medical facility. Now you are in an emergency, no good road, no good hospital, okay? So they have to kind of drive you to maybe like another, maybe 200 kilometers away. When ordinarily, within 2 kilometers, where you had that emergency, somebody could attend to you and take care of you and keep you alive. But because you are so greedy and selfish and short-sighted as well, right? You decided to steal the money. Now they have to drive you 100 kilometers in a terrible road to go and try and save your life. Some of them will even fly 6,000 miles from Nigeria to abroad to go and get medical care, something they can get at the back of their house if they decided to actually build something. Yeah, this is what it is, Baba. Hold up.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
God bless you, man.
Thank you for listening.
You have a good one,
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you
so
for
the line is still always very much open, and I want to say a big thank you. Let me talk to my man. You know, you have been so wonderful. I appreciate, you know, I do appreciate your generosity always. So I have been trying to raise, what do you call it, support via that buy me a coffee. So every penny counts, by the way. And I think I've actually raised more than 1/4 of what I intend to raise. So if you open that link again, you will see how much I have raised so far, and I'm still on it. Okay, put your phone in front of your TV camera. Sorry, in front of your TV, and you'll be able to scan this. Like I said, every penny counts. Here is another caller. Hello.
My ego, good afternoon.
How are you?
My ego, it is well, oh, this our country, eh?
It is not really well, but we hope it is.
It is finished. It is finished. I don't even know. I get angry every day. When I wake up, I just run to the internet. I see what is going on. I'm so angry because you don't even know who to trust again.
It's sad.
You don't even know you don't even know the next neighbor to trust again. No. You don't know the person that the right people to go to for this. The person you are so having hope on will just come one day and disappoint you and go to the other side of the road.
It is dog eats dog, man. It's a situation called the dog eats dog. So you either eat them or you'll be eaten. That's what they say it in Nigeria.
Yeah. You know, when I was a kid, I would be wondering why would God say, if I can see only 5 people in a nation, I will not destroy that nation. That is what is coming up in Nigeria now.
It is.
That is what is coming up. I wanted to throw light on something that I feel we should watch out for. You see, I'm not. I know a lot of people might not like this, but I'm just being. Is my opinion.
Just let it out, please.
Everybody's entitled to his opinion.
Yes.
You see this issue of when somebody sits in his room, writes a project, bring it out to the masses, to gullible masses, and they buy it. Nigeria, they don't. One problem we have back in Nigeria is that they don't take their time to analyze issues. When you analyze the pros and cons of that issues to get to a conclusion. When we hardly take our time, we just follow the traffic one way, we'll be beaten before we get to know that we have made mistake. We don't take our time to analyze things. We quickly
It's called critical thinking, man. Not many
yes, they
people
don't
want to
have to
engage in it. Not many.
yes. They don't have that time to like, look, let me ponder on this thing. Could this be real? Could this be the white that we are seeing? Or could this be black? Or could it be somebody's handwriting, writing somewhere? I'm sorry I have to mention name. I'm watching people, the way people are jumping at very dark man. I'm sorry, I have to mention name.
Go ahead. It is your
I have to mention name.
Go on, man.
He might be doing a good thing, he might be doing something that is fantastic to people. But have you ever sit down to know if where is this person coming from? What was his motive from the time he came out to this? What was the motive behind his actions? I was watching Face. I'm not a fan to Face. I'm not a fan for any of them. I don't give a bloody them. But I was listening to him today when he was saying that he actually wanted the law case. Well, he had to put court to him, and he said he actually, what is he wanting it for? Because it's time for you to start thinking. But when we sit into their house, they will write a project, and when they strike the project, knowing that Nigerians are gonna be followers. But the time the person, so one person buys the project, you see that they start swinging according to the project. That's what most of them. When they come, they don't trend for more than 5 or 3 years. You see their true colors. So my own opinion is not anybody's. My own opinion is that it's time for we Nigerians, when somebody comes out, especially people that comes out from this crash, because something is everybody is looking for one thing to say. You have to just take a back seat. You understand me? Take a back seat and analyze. Take a back seat and analyze.
Look beyond the facade. Always look beyond the surface.
Yes. It's a different thing that a man came up from nowhere. We are not seeing him trying to build to follow people to follow him. A man came up from nowhere. We don't even know him from anywhere. Then he just come boom and we are seeing the man. We will not take our own time to go and research his past. I don't know if you understand my point.
I am following.
It is a difference that one rich person comes now and says he wants to be a messiah to Nigeria. And we take our own time.
It is
follow the person.
We're built that way. Let me help you. Let me help you somehow, ma'am. All right. In this, your own perspective, how you are seeing things, okay? We were raised, and it is religious, okay? We were raised as Africans, right? To believe that somebody, that mentality of God sending a prophet to every race,
God bless you,
every people. So we are always looking forward to somebody is going to come, like God will raise somebody, or he will send somebody that will lead us out of whatever thing we are in a way. So people have religiously transferred that into many things. And I kind of agree. Yeah. So people should always look beyond the surface.
Yes, because if you watch in the developed world where we are today, you find that no matter how good people see you to be, they will say, "Oh, we'll do a background check."
Yes.
If you go for a job, no matter how fantastic you present yourself to be the best in the world, they will first go to a background check. And I want to let people know something. The Northerners, I'm sorry, the leaders we see, so not the Northerners, I'm sorry. I mean, the main people that are dealing with us today did not start one day to build their project. They started in disguise.
Somewhere.
Gained our trust.
Yes.
And threw it back to us. So how long will Nigeria be deceived? Some of this was deceived us 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. 50, 60
and a
years
lot
ago.
of them are beginning to unravel and all that.
And they are beginning to unravel because they sat in their house, studied the way Nigerian operates, the way our level of understanding, our IQ is, and they came in a way that will please us, to tell us what we want to hear, manipulate our thinking, the way we reason, get us to their side, and start enjoying until they strike us. So it is time for Nigerians to stop following bandwagon effects.
Right.
When somebody comes out, I saw people that I'm sorry, I'm not. I was never.
No, you are a pessimist. It's really understandable. You know, you are somebody that's always like, if something looks too good to be true, then it is, which is okay.
Yes.
You know, it's not wrong for somebody to say, you know what? Do you know how many people that have actually tried to push me to be a personality that is like a cult-like personality? You know what I mean? Somebody that once I appear, some people just be like, yeah, that's our leader and all of that. I'm like, no, I don't want to be anybody's leader. I want to be private conscience, right? That you may like me in the morning. There's a chance you won't like me in the evening when I say something you don't like. So it's all right. It is fine to be like that. Then for me to be like, if anybody says they don't like my egun, my mob will just go after the person. You they mad? Do you know this my egun? And all that. But there are people who enjoy it. You know, it's called the cult-like personality. Okay, where they are like, do you know who you are talking to? You are talking to me, kind of.
As I was saying, it didn't take, like we were saying initially, it didn't take us. It took us time to start trusting on Nnamdi Kanu. He fought for it. He worked for it.
Over 10 years.
I don't think you understand my point. For so many years, he was consistent.
Yes.
That was how people saw that. At first, a lot of people were condemning him. And when we saw that he was consistent, people started believing in him.
That's right.
You understand me? And trust, when people started believing in him, they went to his background check, found out that this guy is not actually a poor guy. This guy is from a rich family and decided to sacrifice things for himself to make the nation. You understand my point? But when somebody is somewhere writing his own project, to targeting to please manipulate, and no, it's not me. Because me, I see a lot of what people are seeing is not what I'm seeing.
Do you know how many people were all screaming Yoruba Nation together 3-4 years ago?
You understand my point?
Today,
you understand my point?
We know where they
what people are seeing is not what I'm seeing. Are you getting my point?
I do.
You can't just walk to classes of intelligent people and you start telling them what, because you feel you can be one that person in the streets. So Nigeria should learn to be using critical thinking. It's very, very important. If not, there's a lot of stooge everywhere. Stooge is all over Nigeria. Even in PDP now, they have 1 million of them there. Even in Labour Party, they have 1 million everywhere. Even among the Biafra fighters, stooge everywhere. So it's time for you to put your thinking faculties in and think before you follow any foolish person. Thank you.
Bless you, ma'am. Thank you so much for saying that, though, okay? Like you said, not everybody will likely understand what you are trying to say. Not everyone, but a lot of people do get your points at the end of it all, okay? You have a good evening, okay? You have a good one. Yes, ma'am. So, indeed, there are those people called the optimists. Optimists are those who want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt until you show your true color. Pessimists are those that there's something in them that is always going to be like, I'm going to be careful with this guy. Oh, this person looks so smooth and so, why? I mean, from nowhere, this person just came out and then suddenly everybody just kind of agrees, no, I'm going to be very careful. There's nothing wrong in being a pessimist, okay? Just don't be a bad belly one, okay? That's just like, no, I'm just going to condemn you. But being a pessimist is grand. It helps. It helps you to, number one, not fall prey or fall victim of chances. There are those who can leverage on your vulnerability. Nigerians are vulnerable right now. When I say vulnerable, I'm talking about Nigerians have been so bombarded with all these bad people so much that just anyone that becomes sympathetic, that has empathy, right, you are going to win them over. Sure you get. Or be a pessimist too, right? You need to question everything. And that's who I am. I do not possibly go hard on things simply because I have my, I have my suspicion. I take my time. And once I am convinced that this is not it, it will take time for you to convince me. I can't say if I'm a pessimist or somebody who is, there is another word. It's not pessimist, it's not optimist, it's something stronger that's like in between. But just be careful. Today, a lot of people are posing as a good people because they can say the right word. They can say the